please.
What's up, you crazy YouTubers? This is Mike from the Autograph Network, aka the Godfather, coming to you with a recap video from the home office. I'm going to show some TTMs and one purchase in this video. Before I get into that, guys, real quick, I just want to say thank you. For me, YouTube has never been about numbers. I really don't care how many views I get. I don't care how many thumbs up or thumbs down. And it's never been about subscribers. It's about connecting with you guys and, you know, the interaction with collectors. But I do want to say a huge thank you to you guys that have been fans of the Autograph Network. Some of you guys have been with me since the very beginning, but I hit 2,000 subscribers, and that's kind of a big deal for me. So that's a pretty big number. I obviously don't get 2,000 views on my videos, but hey, like I said, it's never about the numbers, but I just want to acknowledge that number because I want to acknowledge you guys that have got me there, and some of you guys have been with me for a very long time, and so thank you for that. Here we go. This was purchase. Picked this up and actually got a bonus. I'll share the bonus. This was lot 208. This is actually the bonus. This is Michelle Kwan, figure skater, U.S. Olympian. I actually have her already in my collection, but hey, always nice to get a freebie. I was actually stuck to the back of this, but this is what I purchased, a Robin Roberts, Hall of Famer, and nice signature, best wishes. So I think it's a little larger than a 4x6 photo, so pretty cool. So Robin Roberts, always nice to add that. And here we go. What I'm going to show next is all TTMs that I've gotten in over various amount of time. I'm working through that stack over there, so here we go. This one actually has a postmark. Santa Clarita, California. Good old Christmas stamp, so you guys know this has been sitting around a while. If you guys are fans of The Office, you'll enjoy this. Creed Bratton, of course, played Creed on The Office. And two Archer Cool Beans. So cool inscription on there. And signed it right along his hand there. Here's another shot from The Office. And The Office cast shot. So it's signed in like a thin black Sharpie, so that one's hard to see, but two Archer on that one also. Next one, this one was out a long time. Westchester, New York, actually has a forwarding address from the old place in Connecticut, which I haven't been in 2 years. So like I said, this has been out a long time. This is Betsy Palmer, and you guys might know her as Mrs. Voorhees from Friday the 13th. Signed nicely in silver. Of course, the Friday the 13th movie poster. Signed again in silver. Let's see, I think I sent this one. So she signed 3 of 3. Change pens, that one's in blue. And this one was an extra. This is one I did not send, so she was nice enough to include an extra. So got 4 of 4 from Betsy Palmer. This one, Kansas City, has a postmark on that one. This one's pretty cool. It has a little backer card, some cardstock, and I don't know if you can see that real well. It has the Kansas City Chiefs logo on it, and there's a reason for that. But this was former draft pick from the Seattle Seahawks, Andy Heck. And this is a blown up 89 scorecard. I love that set. But cool signature there. Here he is on draft day with his jersey. That one's two Archer. And he was also the tri-captain, played at Notre Dame in 1988. Of course, here's the legendary leaving the locker room, play like a champion, sign down there, go Irish, tri-captain inscription, 1988, Mr. Andy Heck, so that's pretty awesome. Always nice to add a former Seahawk. And last one's pretty awesome. This one has been out a while. This is not not my SASE, not my stamp, so I don't know what happened there. But these are the photos that I sent. Signed 2 photos. This is Marvel comic book artist and illustrator Joe Sinat. And so there's a caricature and signed it that way. So there's the autograph. Here's just a cool shot of a bunch of Marvel characters, and he signed it down there at the bottom. So those are the 2 that I sent. I sent a blank index card, and this is what I got. Boom. A hand-drawn Thor. You can see the bleeding on the back. Sign. That's pretty awesome. But he didn't stop there. He's a huge baseball fan. Sent this postcard. He did some artwork in, must be some kind of comic for baseball's greatest heroes. But here is a little postcard of Joe. And that's Brooks Robinson. Some artwork he did there, and he signed it down in there. So that's pretty awesome. And one more extra. This is really cool. Jolton Joe Sinat, comic book artist. He's got his own baseball card. I don't know if you can see in the background. There's Captain America. There's the Thing. So he signed it. Joe Sinat. Jolton Joe. And then it's got some stats and information on the back. So that's pretty cool as an extra. Again, these 2 were extras. He signed those. That's just awesome. I've got a couple other sketches, but I mean, that looks amazing. So very cool. Nice to add something like that to the collection. Like I said, just a recap video. Those have been sitting around. I know some of you guys PM me asking me for where I sent these. I'll do my best to try and dig those up, but most of my stuff comes from Star Tiger, and it was probably an address on there, so that's your best bet right there, guys. Star Tiger. Everyone uses it. So anyways, ramble, ramble, ramble. Mike from the Autograph Network. What up, Andy Summers? Ramble, ramble, ramble.
Just a bit of a break from the norm. Just a little something to break the monotony of all that hardcore dance that has gotten to be a little bit out of control. It's cool.